guys are incredible performers. I know it was your first performance, but the synchronicity and the vocals were just awe-inspiring to watch.
Katseye just celebrated their first anniversary, and it's dawned on me that with all the performances they've done, we've never gotten raw live vocals from them. It's honestly very scary how manipulated their voices are when they perform. Even during the survival show, I was questioning if their performances were live, since it was interspliced with studio and live audio. The voice manipulation has gotten so rampant that even when their mics are supposedly on, their backing tracks are so loud you can't even tell. The biggest straw, which broke the camel's back for me, was the group's performance on the Wish Bus, in which, yep, you guessed it, that darn backing track was there, and yet again, it was hard to tell if they were singing live. At this point, I'm convinced that there's an agenda to not let these girls sing live, and it's creeping me out. Let me just say, I know in these modern times it's very common for vocals to be processed. Virtually all live performances on YouTube have manipulated vocals, and it's not actually live.
A sensitive topic.
As a matter of fact, acoustic lives, in my opinion, have gone off the rails with how unrealistic they sound. A prime example of this being Katseye. I've watched a good bit of their shows, understanding that I was getting studio vocals. The issue is they rarely put out any content showcasing their raw voices. After watching their stints on the Korean stages, I'd sometimes go to their socials to check out any candid videos of their songs, and I rarely saw any. I did catch an IG story of some of the girls harmonizing and a few TikToks of Sophia and Lara singing. But for a girl group, hardly posting or showing off their raw vocals is sacrilegious in my book. What's ironic is that with how much content Katseye puts out, I would have killed for an impromptu video of them singing in a stairwell or in a bathroom. Like, it would have been a great addition to their material. And what's creepy is when you listen to some of their performances, it's very confusing and disturbing to the ears. Tell me why during Dream Academy, when the contestants are doing their challenges, you hear how heavy their breathing is, so it makes you think, okay, so they're doing it live. But then you'd hear some studio audio, and for me, I would get so confused. I'm like, wait, what's going on? I don't know what I'm listening to. And it'd make for a very unpleasant listening experience. I have never been more aware of sound design until I started listening to Katseye's shows. It's surreal. Also, what's interesting with all the development these girls went through, it's obvious there's an emphasis on performance rather than singing, and I realize I prefer groups to excel in both areas. I want all my members to sing. They might not be able to sing lead, but regardless, they need to sing, and everyone needs to perform. Now, performance can look like a myriad of things. For me, I don't need a group to synchronize dance all the way through a show. I prefer a little dance break here and there because the bread and butter for me is the music and the singing. Editing me here, clearly this is just my preference. I understand that people are very much there for the synchronized dancing, and I can understand why to a certain extent. You know, when I saw Luna and XG dance for the first time, I was blown away. Like, there's something about being in large groups that makes the synchronized dancing that much more appealing to the eyes. Like, I don't even know what it is, but I can watch XG for hours. In the West, for the most part, the whole point of a group is for them to be able to sing. People are looking out for their harmonies and their blend. So seeing Katseye not doing that is super annoying, especially since they kept saying how they are a mix of both Western pop and K-pop cultures. They seem to be more focused on the latter than the former.
So Katseye is a global girl group. We are inspired by K-pop and also Western pop. And so we wanted to make a group that was very global and that was representing each part of the world.
And it goes to show that K-pop groups aren't the same as Western groups. We're the same species, but different variations. One side can be a fox, another side can be a wolf, but they're both canines. We have different strengths, we prioritize different things, and something that works for the Eastern market doesn't always translate over here, which is part of the reason why I'm so frustrated. We see how hard Katseye trained to meet the Korean standards, but not the American ones. It's like going to McDonald's, getting all the best sides, the fries, the ice cream, and no burger. And it's like, the sides are great, but the main reason why I'm here is for the burger, so what the F? Plus, most of the time when a Western group is being promoted, they sing everywhere, even being put on the spot to sing. at radio stations, at interviews, wherever.
Y'all want to go a cappella?
Let's do it.
Of course.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you for the very first time, here's Siren.
Can you hear us calling out? Can you hear us calling, calling you? We send our sound, hear us now. We send our sound, siren is calling, calling, calling out. Oh, 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 we are siren. Listen to our song. Siren is calling you.
Well, all right, there you go.
But you guys can really sing. Can I hear like a little riff real quick or something? Oh, it could be literally 6 seconds. Just a little.
So immature.
That's all I need. That was great. That's all I need. That was great.
Immature. Immature.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I've never seen Katseye do that. And singing is how groups are taken seriously, because we can see in real time how technical their vocal skills are. It's obvious in regards to Katseye, they are a performance-based group, since they don't show off their vocals as much as they're dancing.
It's just like, there's like not even a question. Explanation needed.
But as I digress, partly why groups are taken more seriously when showing off their vocals is because it feeds into how the West views musical talent. Specifically referring to singing and dancing, people value singing skills over dance skills because a lot of people over here view singing as a combination of God-given talent that can be improved with skill. Whereas dancing, you can technically teach anyone to dance. How well they're executed, that's another story, but in comparison to singing, there's always a roadblock for people. You can't train someone to have a vocal range of a Mariah Carey. Not to mention, the voice itself is an instrument. It can make music, and music can touch the soul in ways dancing can't. Matter of fact, I don't think dancing can exist without music. But that's all in my opinion. Tell me what you think down below. Okay, before I wrap it up, I just want to say, I've gotten my hopes up too many times with Katseye. I think it's obvious at this point that this group is pretty much K-pop, and having Western group standards is becoming more unreasonable as time goes on.
I mean...
Editing me here, I just wanted to say that I had expectations that stateside, I thought that the group would be more of a Western group, and when they would promote in Asia, they'd be more of a K-pop group. But maybe that was unrealistic and unusual expectations, but then again, this whole group is unusual, so. I will say from following their performances, it's made me more appreciative of platforms that highlight the raw vocals. Shout out to The Grape Juice, Tiny Desk, Terrell, Genius. Like, I understand all these platforms have sound design and you're never gonna come across anything unedited. But I like how they highlight the raw talent people have. And I never realized how processed so many vocal performances were. It's insane. That's why along with those platforms I listed off, I really value candid videos artists post on their socials where they're just singing in the stairwell or in the bathroom. Like, not everything has to be curated to the nth degree. Which leads me to another reason why I can't fully get into Katseye, but that's for another video. And I've actually already expressed a lot of my displeasure with Katseye in another girl group video, so y'all should check it out. But while I'm on the topic, I am planning to have a few more discussions on the girls because I've been looking into the group and I'm realizing a lot of stuff about them, and I have a lot of strong feelings about it. I don't know when these videos will come out, but all in due time. As always, thanks for your time. Please comment, like, subscribe, follow, whatever. Thank you.